summer afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Well, now how about this return? And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his third team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has an opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
They'll start with the option. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'll give to Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Here we go, son. 331.
From the gun, here's Fields. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team, and boy, are they glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 24-yard line.
On play action, now Rodgers. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Pittsburgh.
Rodgers now to throw. And here's Freiermuth again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
And the Steelers first down.
This is all about testing a defense at different levels. Both the tight end and the receiver outside are going to run matching dig routes at varying depths down the field. This gives your quarterback options. He decides to go with his tight end on the shorter route, and he made the right call.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
Throwing is Rodgers. And this one's incomplete.
Intended for Robert.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
4th down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Fields now to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Now Fields. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Steelers' 14-yard line.
2nd down and 4.
Here we go, Scott.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Fields. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. To throw is Fields. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mason Taylor. And the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Full connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Forced out to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. was that they passed him out to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains.
Aaron Rodgers, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is now 10-7. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Mason Taylor. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Fields. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Austin. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because You just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play. Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Rodgers to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers will add to their fourth quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now Justin Fields and the Jets down by 10. A minute 52 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Back to throw, Fields. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go.
All eyes on Fields. That's caught by Wilson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 5.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here's Fields. That's complete. It's Malachi Corley. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 6.
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go, Scott.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Fields. That's pulled in by Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Fields. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. A big play here, 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Fields. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Here comes 2nd down.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
14.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.